Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so today we're here with Dylan. I'm the feral unicorn. I give higher self readings, animal readings, past loved ones. I tapped into Dylan's energy earlier, and I have some messages from the universe. But Dylan, would you like to introduce yourself or drop any tags, any TikToks or anything like that? And do you have any questions?
So far, I don't have any questions just yet. I have a feeling that I probably will soon. But I'm Dylan Mobley. I'm also known as an empathy ethicist. You can follow me at Substack. I talk about applying functional empathy into AI machines and how we can also spread functional empathy and help each other as well.
That sounds awesome. That is exactly what I try to teach and how to connect with our higher selves and all these beings that everybody wants to hear from. We hear from them, we just don't know we hear from them, and that's why we have to work together to get that confirmation to build up our like our knowing, not believing. Because once we know, we're able to do it, and the believing leaves us like limited. It's so crazy. Anyways, I am so glad to hear that about the empathy thing. And I heard that you were fusing it with AI to help people like tap into their stuff. You are such a divine being. Okay, I'm gonna get started on it because that's what they were telling me already. Okay. So Dylan, they wanted me to let you know that you are very protected. When I tapped into your energy, all I could see was like I could describe it as like radiating gold coming out of your crown chakra, and it just looked like circles, like an angelic halo, but like multiple. All right, so that's signifying to me that you've been here a couple of times. You have angelic protection, and you are highly blessed. Um, and your crown chakra is very active and activated. Okay, a lot of people's are very closed off still and trickling, but yours is like pulsating, throbbing. I don't know if you grew up in the church or like what, but they put kind of like some church background on that. But I'll get further into that. Hold on. Um, I saw you standing like by kids. Like, what do I do with them? What do I do? I don't know. So I wasn't sure if you were teaching kids or if they're just in your life. I later then got a message talking about nieces and nephews, but we'll get there in a minute. I also saw like a big dog at your back door, and you're letting them in and out. Maybe like a tan or brown color, medium sized dog. I saw your feet, and like your feet are either like aching or sore, and they told me to tell you to put them up and to ask you about arthritis or diabetes. Um, and then drums came up again, kind of with the church situation, but it looked more like freeing. Like maybe you got the drums from your foundation, your religion and stuff, but then you took it somewhere else outside and just started being free with it, and you really enjoy that. And they like to hear you. Like you have a bunch of angelic beings. They're just like, watch him do this, watch him, and they're just like showing you off. They're just like, watch what he can do, watch this. um and then is your grandpa passed?
My great grandfather had passed. Actually, my dad's dad recently passed the last couple of years.
Okay, that sounds about right. And your dad's dad was alive when your grandma passed.
Yes.
Okay, so they were showing me you as like a little boy about 5 to 8 years old, maybe at the funeral. Again, with the whole church, I'm not sure what the situation was, but you had on a cute little bow tie, and this man, I don't know if it was grandpa or dad, was lifting you up and talking to you and telling you it'll be okay, and showing you grandma and saying, "Oh, he said something. Let's see. He said something that you'll always remember." And yeah, you had a bow tie and dress pants on, but he picked you up and showed you your grandma and said something like, "She'll always be here, or she'll always be watching over you, or everybody dies. One day you'll be in there too." Like something like smart but rude. Like that's a really awkward moment, grandpa, to be seeing this, or dad. Okay. Um, and then you walked away and you were just like this little like snotty and just like so sad and mad, and then you just like stomped off down the church aisle like F this BS because I'm not doing this no more. You were seriously a pissed off
Uh,
like 5 to 8-year-old. I don't know. Went stomping off. All right, let's see. Then I asked, if anybody else wants to say anything, and the ancestor said, um you walk to the beat of your own drum, again with the drums. Uh, you have to find your own path, and you'll be okay. Like you're nervous about making decisions and choices, and you don't want to make the wrong one, but you don't realize that you wrote it, and so there's no wrong one. Like it's whatever you do is like supposed to be done and it's necessary because you have to get to that other step. So if you make the wrong choice, you're just gonna go back and make the right choice. But it's you just are so I'm like that too. You just don't want to make the wrong choice because you just want to do it and be done. Like I'm good, I'm fine. Let's just do it. I get it. I feel it. Um, but they said, you wrote this, they have your back, so there's no wrong choice at all. Okay. Life path decisions, art, music, create. So you're already creating your AI. Are you using like digital art or
um, what's funny is so for a long time I wanted to be a music artist. And so I started out as a rapper and I used to make my own beats and that has now translated into I'm working on some different slides and presentations to, tell people about functional empathy and I picked up a skill of beatboxing that I'm going to be incorporating in the last 7 months and
okay, okay. That's gonna lead you down to essentially light language because what you have is this energy trying to come out of you and it wants to come out verbally, right? It wants to come out your throat chakra, and it's either going to be words or air, but it's a vibration, and it's just a vibration. It's a drum, it's a beat, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, it's going to lead you to light language later. I encourage you to just practice in the shower, just like let your mouth do whatever it wants to do and make whatever sounds come out. Let those come out and then see how you unlock your own stuff. Okay? Light language, and you could Google that too. It looks in all forms. You can see it in like art, like paintings and drawings and stuff, but um I'm sure that beatboxing is a form of light language. And if not, it'll get you there. Okay. So again, they were showing me kids. Do you work with kids? I see you. I got nieces and nephews, and you're just like, what do I do with you guys? Like, get out. Like, they're running in inside the house with the dog or something. And you're
well,
just like,
I have one son, he'll be 15 in January,
okay.
and I work at a place now that is not it's kid friendly, but it's not a kid's place, the Scandinavian brunch restaurant.
And they're just, like, everywhere running around you. Are you a server? And you're
Everywhere. I
okay,
am.
this is why your hands I kept seeing your hands, like, "What do I do with you guys? But it's like, "Why are you in my way? Like, move." Got it. Okay, so then that was work, I guess. Like,
And the brown and tan dog, that was Elijah growing up.
oh,
Um, it was a boxer chow. He was more boxer, but he had kind of floppy ears like a chow, and he had kind of a spotted tongue. It was such a random surprise. My dad used to be a post office worker, and one day somebody was just giving away puppies, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll just bring one home." And so I was at a friend's house all weekend, and I come home and I see a dog kennel, and I was like, what is going on? And then this dog just jumps off the couch, and it's the most loving puppy, and me and him became best friends.
is he passed?
He passed away. I want to say I know it's been at least over a decade now.
So, he's still with you. His energy is not going to leave you. But every time you open this sliding door and you walk out and you kind of like, I don't want to say like your pants sections, but you feel him. Okay, you kind of trip up over your own feet, or you do this like weird sidestep, and
I do.
you're letting him out, and so like, yeah, that's him letting you know he's there. And then, do you feel him on your bed, on the corner of the bed? Like you get weight sometimes, and you're just like, "Who's here? Like, what's going on? Announce yourself. Show yourself to me now." What what was his name?
Elijah.
Elijah. Just be like, "Elijah, stop it," because sometimes it freaks you out a little bit, but just call it out and be like, "Elijah, come on now. I'm trying to go to bed. Leave me alone." He just wants you to acknowledge him, and now that we're, communicating, he knows that you know, so you just say his name and know, like, "Hey, I know you're here. I love you. I miss you too." Okay. They get so funny and weird like that. Um, oh, and then grandma. Okay, so that explains it. I knew a lot would explain a lot after we started talking, but I'm like, okay. I was like, "Grandma, how come you didn't say anything when you were like you're laying down, you're dead?" And she was like, "Well, because your grandpa was talking to you." And so I was like, "What do you have to say to Dylan, grandma? What is your grandma's name?"
It's probably Nana.
Nana. Well, of course, it's Nana. Um,
Her name was Barbara, and
oh, that's
but
even funnier. No, I'm gonna out myself real quick. So my grandmother's name is Nana. Or no, yeah, I mean, shit. My grandmother's name is Barbara. My son calls my mom Nana, and my mom has passed. Um, and so she your Nana, um, you'll go walking around the house and you're like beatboxing with your mouth, right? And she's like, "Hey, yeah." She's dancing in your living room. And I thought it was drums, and she, like, couldn't explain to me, like, what beatboxing like, yeah. And so, yeah, every time you're, like, walking around and, like, doing little twirls and dancing and getting it, she's right there with you, dancing and getting it, okay? So when you feel, like, warmth, like, extreme warmth or something, it's not
Mhm.
like the sweat or any like, it's her, you guys are, yeah, you're in flow, you're getting it together. Um Again, with the vibration and drums and stuff and the light language, try it and integrate it and see what you get and see how you feel. But, she's there hanging out too, so, say hello, call on her. Do you have a little small picture altar type thing with your families, or is that at your mom's house? I'm seeing, like, just, like, a little
Mm,
station table,
um,
basically. If not, you
mm,
need to put one up for your dog and your grandma, your nana.
okay.
Okay, and, there's a certain drink she used to like that you guys was it Yoo-hoo? You chocolate Yoo-hoo?
Chocolate Yoo-hoo.
Nuh-uh.
She always had a it was just one of the things she always kept and
That was so clear. I started tasting that. That's gross. I'm sorry. Okay, so, yeah, we got a chocolate Yoo-hoo needed by a picture and, a dog something to like a maybe a stuffed animal since you don't have the dog anymore, but sometimes something that represents the dog because he's there and he says, "Hey." Um, you said your grandpa was the one holding you, looking over grandma, over Nana, right?
Mhm,
Yeah, and he just passed, right? I'm sorry for your loss.
mhm.
What? And that was your mom's dad?
That was my dad's dad.
Your dad's dad. Gotcha. Your dad did not take that very well. No. Who does the car stuff? Is that you, like, or dad? Your dad?
Um,
I wanna say, like, racing or painting or, like,
Oh,
construct.
my my dad was supposed to be the first black NASCAR driver.
Oh my geez. I kept seeing, okay, get this, Dylan. This is even crazier. I have a cousin named Dylan. I've only talked to him like one time, and his dad does car stuff. And I'm fighting every which way, like, this is not my cousin Dylan. Like, I'm trying to block all the streets, okay? And so I was like, I can't fight it anymore. I gotta say something. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? And so it kept showing me my cousin Dylan's dad in his race car for like the last 2 days because I'm trying to tap into your stuff and it's like crossing and it's not crossing. All right, first, that's amazing. What happened with that? Did he
Well,
beat them or?
he made the, I guess, the qualifying rounds, and he was up to the sponsorship rounds. And the story is that my mom wouldn't let him do it. Um, you know, I've actually always believed that it was his own fears that blocked him from crossing that path. And it's what's fascinating is I actually use that as I just finished writing this whole white paper, and the point of it is a narrative white paper that because it's using my story as living proof of functional empathy as a scientific construct, because it's kind of how I kind of used a lot of him to model as far as what not to do for my mental health, and in doing so, I ended up learning a few things, and that's one of those anecdotes that I wanted to make sure I shared with people so they could understand how, generational trauma can lead to these types of traumatic interferences in our empathy system.
Yeah, our
Um,
blockages. And what you're doing is
mhm.
clearing generational trauma and blockages and chains. You're breaking all the barriers. Good job. And hold on, where to go? You're healing generational trauma. Like you're going and you're saying, "Hey, as a male, as a black male, like I saw his fear. I'm getting goosebumps. I saw his fear. This fear is stopping here. I'm going to be successful. Watch me." Okay? And your nana's like, "Yeah, watch him because I didn't push my son. Shame on me. Let me push him." Okay? So she's in your corner rooting for you hard because she wants you to break that too because where it started was with her. Okay? She carried you in her womb for generations, okay? And that all that trauma she endured, that's what you're doing and that's what she wants to support you to do is to clear this and declare it for numerous people and that's why you have that anointing on you, that blessing on you, that gold radiating out of you because the highest form of authenticity and frequency is joy and love and authenticity, and so you're coming straight from the source. She's so proud of you. Oh my gosh. um, and was your dad around for, I wanna say Ricky Bobby, but it's the stupid car movie with.
Oh, Talladega Nights.
Yes. Did he watch
Uh,
that? Was he around for that?
um, he was around for that. That was actually one of those movies that me and him just happened to be able to watch together.
Okay, good, okay, because I was like, "This is not me, this is not me," because he was like, "You and tell him if you're not first, you're what?"
You
Like,
last.
"Shake and bake." Oh my gosh, I was like, "I'm not saying that." Sometimes I fight with them, but I'm done fighting. So that was the message there. So yeah, I guess that's his own words of saying, "Keep going, don't stop, don't let nothing stop you." Right? Okay. Are you facing any challenges now?
You know, what's interesting is I this whole process has allowed me to come through a transformative journey. And right now, I guess the biggest challenge is allowing myself to make sure I maintain that grounding. because I have always felt that I'm very quick to get lost in, what may be, the grander plans of things, but then remaining grounded to complete the tasks that are immediately in front of me. And so that's probably the biggest challenges.
I had a revelation yesterday, and maybe you're the reason I had it. And I was listening to music, and people have like all these titles of autism and ADD or whatever, which is a gift,
Mhm.
but whatever. I was like, what does it mean when you can hear every single instrument, right? And then I was like, oh, maybe you're this, maybe you're that. And then reality set in, and it was like, maybe you're just listening to music. Like, it could be really, really, really concentrated and really hard and difficult and, like, piece it and pull the pieces out, and you're just like, "Ah," or it could just be, like, as simple as that, you know? The way the world works, I swear. Um, Let me see. I'm just seeing if we have any more messages. Your grandpa's with you have a son, you said,
Mhm.
and, sometimes he struggles in school with, attention. Um Your your dad is sitting there next to him trying to keep him focused in school, whispering the answers in his ears. So if ever he struggles with showing work, it's because he's guided to know the answers. And a lot of us were like that in school. Like, I don't want to show you the work because I just know. Like you're killing my claircognizances. You're killing my clairvoyance. So keep that open for him. Keep that realm open for him to not shut it down, and he will have people trying to, oh, he needs to pay more attention. Take him outside, ground him too, just like you. Um, and bring him back when he needs to, so he'll have that appropriate time ready for him. But know that your dad and some of his spirit team, not your dad's spirit team, but your child's spirit team is rocking with him. And he's advanced. He's like the third wave. I don't know if you follow Dolores Cannon. Does he have lighter
Mm.
colored eyes?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're here to, do their mission and stuff and think out the box and re-regulate the earth, you know. So he's truly a magical being. He's sent here to and he chose you on purpose. I mean, that we all choose him on purpose, but I think you guys are like best friends and on a in one of your alien lives because you guys both like music and you guys vibe together. Like they're showing you guys on spaceships just getting it, vibing in the spaceship. So um like and that's what happens. Our souls reincarnate and be in places and dogs and stuff. And he chose you because you guys were like best friends back in another planet time dimension type thing. Okay. Um yeah, he'll be good. He'll be into music like you. But he's an old soul. He's gonna, make you feel like you've known him before, which, I mean, he is you once you get that, but you're gonna be like once he gets older, about 15, you're just gonna be like, "That's me. That's you. That's me, though." Anyways, let me go back over my notes. I think we are good. I had so much fun with you. Thank you so much. And you were so handsome. They're like, "Yeah, look at somebody ironed your pants and put on your little bow tie." And I wanna say maybe suspenders, at the funeral. Oh, your nana broke your heart. That was your nana, huh? Yeah, she broke you real bad. Um,
But you know what? I will never forget. I learned some really important lessons. It was funny you had said this earlier about something I would never forget. And the biggest thing about that I never forgot is that, you know, death is life, and the only thing you can do is just keep finding reasons to be happy.
yep. That's it.
And
That it's as
simple, and I've never, it's certainly it's certainly helped me understand death for what it is, and for understanding that there is always more to life than simply the day to day and what we are going to, and that, it's the ends of trying to be happy doesn't have to mean that we can't be happy now. So, yeah, it's actually, I've never truly realized how much that has shaped my life.
right. No, death changes everything. Death changes a lot of perception and views because you look at somebody so close to you and you're just like, "Oh, what they do throughout their life." And you're like, "Oh, I got to get some stuff done because that was too short." You know? Like I rode a mechanical bull the other day at the fair because I've never done that. Just, all right, did it now. Cool. Enjoyed that moment in my life. Got it. Cool. It was fun. Done. Now I want to go ride a horse. But like, yeah, all these things that like we were saying here to we were literally like picked. We won the lottery, right? And people forget that. People forget that we got these bodies and we need to enjoy this cycle this season. And I've truly enjoyed it with you. So thank you so very much, Dylan. Do you have any questions? Do you have any last moment thoughts? We could always do a part two. I do have openings with my sessions, and I could do past animals, alive animals. I could also do people with like elderly people that aren't able to communicate. If you do know anybody, I don't know why that stood out so much
Mm.
for me for you. Just wanted to let you know. I'll throw it out there. Anyways, Dylan, I appreciate you, and I hope we can talk again. You have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.